So I have exported the track into 6 groups, like we grouped them in Ableton, and now we are in Studio One, which is my DAW of choice for my mixing and mastering work. It's quite intuitive, and I really like using it for those tasks. And I think we'll do a video where we kind of explore how we can separate music making with the mixing process, and how it could be beneficial to have maybe 2 different DAWs where you can dedicate each one to the specific tasks. But more on that in another video. So everything that we do here can also be easily replicated in any DAW. So I don't think there's gonna be something that's specifically only in Studio One that you cannot do or access. So yeah, let's dive into this. I am going to do some processing on the stem groups just to kind of finalize the whole project and get it ready for mastering. And we will start with, let's mute the synths and the vocal and the effects, and then let's focus on the kick, bass, and drums. So I like to kind of emulate a console workflow. I mean, I also use my SSL6 for summing once these are done in the box, but I like this kind of approach where you have the input on each channel that kind of has the same transformers, if you will. So I'm using the Slate Digital virtual mix rack, and then basically what you can do here is you can drag and drop many different modules. So I mean, I can't do it right now because I think it's fully loaded, and you can basically build your custom modules for processing different elements. Also, as the first module, I have my virtual channel, which basically can emulate different consoles here. I believe, yeah, the Brit ones are the 2 different SSL types. Then you have the Neve, and there's a couple other ones, but I like to use this SSL emulation. And then that's your input and output, so you can really drive the signal hard. And that will sort of simulate like a soft clipping that you would get on a real console. So yeah, let's process the kick, and then we'll have a look at what each module does, and how we can use it. So this is basically an SSL compressor module. And this is the gate part, which we're not going to use, so we'll just focus on this top part here. Nice and easy, 2-to-1 ratio, just getting a slight gain reduction here, so we'll go ahead and make that up maybe with about 1 dB. To be fair, that might be too much, so I think I'll just leave it as is and then let this threshold kind of catch the peak of the kick. This is just an EQ, so I'm going with the narrow notch, and just this around 480, I'm gonna dial this back. This is like a little bit boxy and annoying, as you can hear. So we would just dial that back slightly and then maybe focus on this pop at 3K. Let's just add half a dB there. Let's see if we can add some bottom end as well. Maybe like under half a dB at 80. Maybe even lower, it's like 60 or so. Yeah. Then this is it's again just an EQ from a Neve console. Same, this is your high end, high mids. It's just split into two bands, and then this is your low end. I'm only going to use it to kind of cut 30 hertz from the kick, because it has like a very nice little slope that's typical for a Neve console, and I really like how it sounds, so I'm just going to use that, because also it emphasizes some of the frequencies around the cutoff, so it just sounds very good on most low end elements usually. So the drive, I mean, I think my kick is pretty punchy already, so I'm not gonna use it. That's basically further emphasis again around the cutoff frequency, so it does make the sound a bit more aggressive. I mean, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be using that today. Then this is a transient designer. It's like similar to the transient master. All I'm gonna do here, and I mean the difference is you can decide the frequencies that you wanna use with your transient controls. Well, I'm only gonna get a bit of saturation on the kick, just over here, and that's on the kind of upper parts of the kick. So from 170 hertz above. Not gonna do anything on the sustain, just leave all this as it is. And now let's have a look. Yeah, it adds a bit of extra punch there. Let's go to my bass. This is like a saturation module as well, with different processing and tonalities, so each one just affects the sound differently. Let me show you if we drive it hard. So this is the tight preset, fat, more saturation, and present gives that like more upper harmonics. I think I'm gonna use the tight one and just, again, very little, maybe add a bit of intensity, but I mean, we did a lot of processing in the Ableton session, so we'll keep it light on this one. And then we're gonna add, oh, first of all, let's play everything together so we hear what we're doing. Yeah, and I'll just do again the cut at 20 with the Ableton, with the Slate SSL one, just again to get that slope. Making sure my bass is in mono up to 150. This is the Brainworks. I'm just trying to find the right word. It's like you can think of it as a mid-side processor, so you can make things mono or increase the stereo width of certain elements. I mean, I'm only using it for the mono part here. Actually, my kick might be a bit too loud, so let's dial that back with half a dB. Use the kickstart again. Bit of EQing on the bass to see if we find some resonances. And we did. And a bit of bass compression just to catch more of the peaks. Remember, we use the limiter in Ableton, so I don't really want to overdo it basically. So just looking for that 1 dB gain reduction. It's a very mellow one. It's the API 2500 bus compressor, and this is the UAD version of it, but there's multiple ones you can try. I think there's one in Waves, and yeah, I'm sure there's like quite a few emulations, because this is a pretty famous compressor. And here I'm using the bass leveler preset. There's quite a lot that you can use and choose from, but I'm fine-tuning it according to how I hear it and to how I want it to sound. Yeah, it's a bit looser when I turn everything off. Now it brings it in together. It's just bypassing all the inserts and processing I've done. I don't think I need this compressor right now, so we can go ahead and remove that. And this is the... yeah, we don't need this either. This is to make sounds completely mono.